And
And
we're
we're
back.
back,
What's
folks.
up?
What's up?
The
It's
brothers.
episode, it's one, yeah, it's 168. We have a special guest for those listening. Scott Beehner is joining us.
Hey guys, thanks for having me here.
Oh, it's our pleasure.
The
It is our
return.
pleasure. We are so out of topics. This couldn't come at a better time.
Oh, speak for yourself.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
I'm locked and loaded. No, I'm dead too. Where are first of all, let's just get into it. Where are you guys right now? I'm seeing an interesting dark basement
Well, we're in
background.
the basement, but with the lights on, we can't both fit in front of the green screen because it's kind of a one-man station. So we're just the same place, but we're just around the angle. We're like where you and I were when we were together.
Oh, you're in your basement?
Yes,
Yeah.
but
So
if the
this
light
isn't
was
some
there,
fun family reunion. You just have people over at your house.
well, we were in Omaha last week, and now we have everyone was in Omaha. The whole family was in Omaha, and now we just have the the top two
Yeah.
families visiting here: the Pinches and the Beaners.
So it's the semifinals.
That's right.
Yeah,
And
That's
then
right.
you'll determine.
yeah. Then we'll go to
Yeah.
a little Luke's and duke it out
In Milwaukee.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this will be good. This will be
This
good.
will be great.
And where are you? Are you next to a washing machine in your basement?
Yes, I'm next to a wash. No, I'm opposite of the washing machine. I put my studio as far away as a astute audio engineer. I thought I'll put my studio as far away from the washing machine as possible. So but yeah, I'm home. We were in Montana for like 12 days, I think, 11 or 12 days, and I feel it. Like literally, I threw out my back right before I went to Montana. What did I talked about that already, right?
I don't think so.
Oh,
And if you did, I'm a terrible listener.
oh yeah. So I threw out my back before I went to Montana, but then, so just as I was recovering from that injury, we got this pontoon boat on the lake on one of the last days.
Yeah.
There's we rented the boat, and there's like some 20-year-old kid who's like checking us out. It's like, yeah, this is how this wobbles a little bit. And we're like, does it have life jackets? He goes, yeah, under one of the seats, I think. And we're asking all the safety questions. Like, my daughter is two. Do you have oh, I didn't see the kid. Yeah, you should have a kid's life jacket. And so finally, as we're like right about as he's like pushing away, he's like, oh, by the way, the ladder on the boat is broken. They broke it last time, so you might want to be careful getting out of the boat.
So you might not want to get out of the boat
Because it's not like it's not like a speedboat where you can climb, because these pontoons is like lifted way up. So we get out there, but I figure, I don't know, man. I'll be able to figure it out. And we had a inner tube too, so it's like, well, maybe I could just climb on the inner tube and get on the boat.
Yeah.
But we get out there in the middle of the lake. Of course, everybody wants to jump in, and swim. And the only way I can barely do it, like it's like a real feat of strength to like pull yourself up
To get
and
back
then.
in.
Do you know that move like when you're a kid and there's like a dock and if you could just get your rib cage over the edge?
Yep. Yeah.
So that's what I was doing, but you would really like slam your rib cage down on the boat. And I swear to God, I think I broke my ribs. Like I've been walking around for 3 days, and like it hurts right now to breathe and laugh, like around my whole left side. And I think I might have broke a rib. So I left with a horrible back. Huh?
You didn't get it checked?
No, God, no.
No.
But no, I'm no doctor, but isn't broken ribs one of those ones where they're like,
you just got to let it go and let it
they
heal?
send you home with like, yeah, you might want to ice it or something. There's nothing they do, right?
I don't know. Did you have broken ribs?
Yeah, but I did. But and they say there's nothing you can do. Yeah, you just
Yeah.
wait
See,
it out.
I knew it. It's like that one and broken toes. They say like there's no
Same
point. And cancer. Those are the three that you might as well not even
think they
go.
can do something for cancer.
What?
What? I gotta go.
Oh shit, we gotta wrap this up, folks. I was sort of playing that one. Man, I'm sweating. It's hot here.
Ah.
But yeah. And then my mom jumped out of the boat and she just literally could not get on to the boat. And we like had like people pulling and
Oh, no.
we came up
Karen.
we came up with like a pulley system with ropes and just everything we could think of. And finally somehow we got her up because it's not even easy to get on one of those inner tubes straight out of
Yeah.
the water. You pull on one
Yeah.
side and the other side flips up, you know. We
Yeah.
did it eventually, but it was quite the ordeal. So
Ooh.
but
When did you
we
get
had
back?
yesterday.
Okay.
Yeah, and we were driving, so Prius was loaded down. Nothing like driving, and also I don't know, man. This Prius, when you really load it down, and then we went over a few like mountain passes, you know, and you have
Yeah.
Oregon plates in a Prius, and you're going 45 miles an hour over a mountain pass. Montana is not where you want to be. Just hearing bullets whiz by us as trucks passing us pissed off, you know.
Geez.
But it was fine. It was good. It was a fun trip. So
Well, that's good. I'm glad you made it back in one piece.
I know. I just hope
Does
because like
does your kid travel well in the car?
yeah, she does good. She starts out good and then she like wants to play and engage, which is fun. But then like it deteriorates quickly. And then also from both sides, like her, she wants to do the same stupid game over and over and over again. And then the person who's like entertaining her starts to wear down. And then it's very tempting to go, hey, what about a show? You watch a show, which you feel so bad because you're like, man, she was just playing using her imagination, but you're like, I can't do this anymore. And
I'm too tired to use my imagination.
right, hey, my imagination is shot. All right, it's been 38 years. I don't want to use my imagination anymore. So yeah, and then we put the screen on and she's like
nice.
fine. And she'll sleep too. So she's pretty good. Yeah. No horror stories for Ginger other than like we forgot again about the diaper thing. Like she went in the water in the diaper, the regular diaper, and then it exploded into a million pellets. Like they have these little, you're like, what the fuck is these chemicals that when
But it was in a lake, right?
Yeah, it was in a lake, so nobody cares. But
right,
we should have just let her go in with no diaper at all.
Get her and go nude.
Yeah,
poop those logs out and right in the water, you know.
Exactly.
Yeah, I've done that.
You pooped in a lake? I have a story about that. Not myself. Did we talk about that with when Brant
we didn't talk about it, but tell the story again. I love it.
Well, I have an update. I have a couple updates. I have an update to that story. Then I'm talking too much, so I'll let you guys.
No,
but like
I want to hear this poop story.
Well, I don't know. The recap quickly of the poop story is it was my bachelor party. We're on that same lake, Flathead Lake, and we go by this diving board, this guy, and there's like a kid out there, teenager or something. And it's kind of a rundown diving board. We're like, hey, that'd be fun. Let's ask him if we could jump off his, and it's like way elevated, you know, like probably 10 feet up on the lake.
Yeah.
We get over there and he's like, well, it's kind of broken, but it'd be funny if you guys like actually broke it. Like, so then we were thinking, oh, that would be hilarious. So we're like filming, and I went once and jumped off the diving board. It cracked more, but didn't break. Then Brant, my friend, went off.
Former guest.
Snapped the diving board, and we have it all on video. It's hilarious. He goes tumbling over, the board comes in after him, and it's really funny. And we're like, ha ha ha, you know, that's great. Then but then afterward, Brant has like, you know, gastrointestinal issues, much like Johnny. And worse. And then he has to poop and he shits in the lake. He shits in the lake. And but the guy, they float, obviously, as Johnny poops float.
Yeah.
And this dude sees it and he loses his mind on Brant.
Not break my board, not
about the I said you could break my diving board. You can't shit on my beach because the poops are, and it's not the current is going the wrong way, you know. It's not like, but he loses his mind to the point, and this is where it gets weird. He said, and he uses like racist slurs.
Oh my god.
So he's like, you poop in my lake like a N-word, and he's like screaming the N-word. And like,
Oh,
we're like, okay, now we have to go right now. Like, it's like we're going to get shot by this crazy hillbilly. So so
did you
anyway,
know him?
the guy on the beach,
Yeah.
no, he was just some
He
stranger.
just said, "Hey, you want to break my diving board?"
Yes, yeah. Well,
Wow.
we approached him first because we're like, can we use your diving board? And then he told
Oh,
us it was
okay.
broken. So
Oh,
then
fun.
I figure I was paddleboarding this trip. I went by that exact spot just because I was
Oh,
curious.
you saw the poop? No way.
It was still there. It's
The
a
guy was
miracle.
still screaming.
Brant eats so much Chipotle that it's no. The diving board is broken in the exact same condition. It looks
Oh, wow.
exactly the same. They have not fixed it. There's no evidence that anyone has touched that spot, and it's been like 8 years.
I'm probably scared he's gonna get poop on it, on himself.
I think the poop touched the shore there, and they're like, "That's it, we're out of here." And it's been vacant ever
We
since.
no longer live on a lake.
We've given up our lakefront
There's
property.
a piece of shit somewhere in there. Oh,
So
wow.
that was Montana.
Nice.
Yeah. Oh wait,
Well, I'll update you on my triathlon. I did.
you update me on that. Yeah, okay. And then I
Omaha
have another
triathlon.
update. So go ahead.
Oh, okay. So, is yours poop related?
No, you go for that. Seems like a
Oh.
better transition.
Well, mine's not poop related, but I did the triathlon, finished it. I thought I was gonna, as soon as I got in the water, I thought I was gonna quit, but I somehow managed to finish the swimming, and then I thought I was gonna quit because I just sat there in the transition area for 10 minutes waiting to vomit because I was so nauseous. And then I did the biking, and then on the running one, I went the wrong way, so I accidentally ran twice the distance that I needed to run. So that was very frustrating.
What?
But I finished.
How far were you running the wrong way before
Supposed to
you
run 5K, and I went left, so I ran around the entire lake, which is a 10K. So basically, I ran an extra 3 miles.
Were there not any other people?
There were other runners because you can do the Olympic, which is the long one, or the sprint, which is the shorter one. And me, my sister Carrie, and brother
I
Pat
see.
signed up for the short one, but I went the wrong way. So
But now you can say you did the long one.
just the running portion. I did the
Oh.
shorter distances of the other one.
Well, it's still very impressive. But you had a funny tell a story about that the caption. I read a caption. It was very funny about your triathlon.
On the bike, yeah, on the biking, because like these people that spend $14,000 on their bike. I'm riding my cross mountain bike on this triathlon, and these guys are zipping by in these bodysuits with these helmets that are like aerodynamic to their back, and they're like, "On your left," and then they just come rocking him by. And so I was like going up a hill, and I was like passing this person. I was like, "Oh, all right, I see how it works." You say on your left, and you're passing someone. I go on your left. Never mind, because I was like, "Oh, I'm not gonna make it around them." I said on your left, and I go, "Never mind." And I don't think anyone's ever said that in a triathlon before.
That made me so hard. On your left. Oh fuck. Nope. Sorry.
You're fine. You're fine.
Behind you. Further behind you. Way behind you now. Just keep updating them on your position. Oh my god.
So what was your other update?
Well, because my previous topic was about like Biden being old and everyone pretending to be mad at that, but secretly everyone wants old people, right? And all these different avenues. Then I'm sitting there. My wife's. It was like we're in some hotel room. She's watching The Bachelorette, and we're stuck in the same room. So I'm watching it, and a promo comes on, and you know what the promo was for? The Golden Bachelor. You know what that is?
Old people, The Bachelor?
72-year-old bachelor.
Oh my god.
So even on The Bachelor, even a show about sex and fornication, we want an old bachelor. So that's how much people are into old people. So don't tell me you're not secretly into old president or old whatever. We're obsessed.
Yeah. All right. Wow.
Right.
That's
That's my
is
update.
that something you guys are gonna
I
watch?
felt very vindicated. I kind of do want to see it. I want to, but this old guy that they picked, you should see him. He's fucking gorgeous. He's like, he looks better than us by far. He's like perfect hair. He's like in good shape. It almost looks fake. Like, but I want to see the women because one, it would be hilarious if it was like he's 72 and then it's just a bunch of like 28-year-olds still. And he's like, hey man, I'm rich. I'm the golden bachelor.
Yeah,
But
that's great.
I want to see if they'll put like real old looking people on the show, like it's
Like the lady from Goonies and throw them
yeah, like Golden Girls and stuff. Like I don't want to see like, these old like Kardashian where you just stay young forever. I want to see like actual old people. Then I would watch. But if it's all a bunch of fake looking old people, then I'm not going to watch it. What about you? Are you curious?
No. No, I'm a hard pass. And not because they're old, just because the whole Bachelor thing, I can't. Love is Blind is about all I'll do for reality.
What is there an age where you'd watch it? Like if they were like if they were in their 90s, would you be curious? And then it becomes, I get some sort of curiosity at some point.
What about you? Where
Nah.
do you stand? No?
Nah, yeah, I mean, I could with all reality shows. If I watch them and like them, it's because my wife's watching them, and I politely get suckered in. But I couldn't even tell you one that I fell for. Like, you know what I felt? I know I would do. One of the housewives of whatever, Beverly Hills or something. But I mean,
Do you guys watch those?
I don't watch those. My favorite is My 600-Pound Life. Have you ever watched that one? These giant.
Is that the one you talked about? Where it's like,
Yeah. Oh, have I talked about it?
It's his personality.
Yeah, I've talked about it.
Hello.
I've not seen
But I have an update on that because they canceled that show because I think the Dr. Now, he was speaking of old people, he was like this really old Iranian guy. And I think he like lost his license or something. But the idea was he's the only one who would do these surgeries because at a certain weight, it's very dangerous to go under surgery and have that gastrointestinal bypass done. So that's why everyone would flock to Houston to see this doctor because he was like the only one doing it. But like, I'm sure he had like anything, you take enough risks, you're gonna lose some folks. And I think he lost one too many.
Lost a couple.
And they said we can't do this show anymore. But man, what a run. They did like 30 seasons or something. It was incredible.
What if they show so going back to the old dating show, the old Bachelor,
yeah,
they showed them having sex.
Are you in?
Are you in?
No.
I mean,
okay,
what if they're like
69ing?
Oh, well, yeah, sure.
Oh, I got it. 69ing over 69. 69ing.
Oh,
when
I
you're
love
69.
It. That's the name of the show.
Yeah.
69 over 69.
69 over 69.
Yes.
There you go.
That could be the new name of our new if we change our show.
Yeah.
That's what we should talk about.
Well,
Scott, not only is he a he's a guest, he's a fill-in guest host.
Yes.
When you've been gone, he's also a listener. What's your stance on the whole renaming the cavalry? Because morons
question.
can't.
Great question.
Yeah, morons like my mom. Thanks, John.
Morons like our listeners.
No, you definitely should not change the name.
Oh,
cavalry. Everyone that's paying attention to the world knows the term cavalry means like from westerns, like the cavalry's coming in, and that's who your audience is.
Thank you.
Yeah,
that's why our logo is a couple of guys on horses with glasses.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got a good comparison. I got a great comparison.
Yes.
So sorry, let me finish my point. Yeah, cavalry is a great name for a podcast. Your audience it's like from the west, from the west, and your show is all about you got a problem. We are the cavalry. We come in
Yes.
and support you, even and particularly when it's a ridiculous issue. When no one will be your cavalry, the cavalry will be your cavalry.
Right.
Oh, yes. Thank you.
Yes.
Oh boy.
But an example that comes to mind is, and I've had this argument with a couple people. You know the movie that, and maybe this is common knowledge, but you know the movie The Irishman?
Yeah.
Great movie. I
Love
couldn't
it.
wait for it to come out. But it's based on a book. The book that it's based on is called I Hear You Paint Houses. And that, if you've seen the movie, you know, that
Yeah, I
is
know.
an allusion to you're a hitman. You kill people and spray their
Blood all over the
blood.
wall.
Yeah.
Right.
But anyway, I just thought, so I remember I remember reading, you know, in the trades that like this book, I Hear You Paint Houses, has been, you know, bought. Martin Scorsese's going to
Yeah.
direct it, and, you know, everybody's going to be in it, and was very excited. And then it came out, and it's called The Irishman. And you know, I think that, you know, I think it should have been called I Hear You Paint Houses, because that's such a cool title.
Yeah, you think they got scared of the title because it's confusing.
I think somebody did. I think someone talked them into it. Because even at the beginning of the movie, actually, if you watch it, in the opening titles, it doesn't ever say The Irishman. It says I Hear You Paint Houses, but it sort of just works as this like, oh, they put this weird sentence at the beginning of the movie for some reason. But then later it's
anyone got fired over that.
But then later it's you know, it's dialogue in the movie. But anyway, I've heard people argue with me. I mean, people have argued with me that like, well, that's a weird title. Who would go see that? You know, that's a weird. You don't know what the context is. I Hear You Paint Houses. That would have attracted a lot less people.
Yeah, that would have attracted a lot of painters. That were very disappointed.
You know, them, and they're tight with the wallet. Those house painters.
But my argument was that like, if Martin Scorsese and Robert De Niro and all those guys are making a movie, they could have called it, you know,
Dog shit sandwich.
Dog shit sandwich, and people are going to run to go see it no matter what it is. So they definitely should have taken the gamble and just called it I Hear You Paint Houses.
That is a great
point. Is not that, and I realize, no, I'm standing by that. And you guys have followings, so like, yeah, there's no reason that the cavalry should stop being called the cavalry and start being called Advice from White Guys or something. You know?
Well, I think we're all on the same page with that.
Hey, that's not bad though. Advice from White Guys. I kind of like that. I kind of like that. That is such a good point about movie titles. Like, no one. That must be the most overrated, like, time spent in like some production studio or executive meeting room or whatever, when they're like, the title stinks, no one will go. Because you're so right, nowadays people are so tuned in to previews and actors and directors and buzz before movie, like this Oppenheimer thing. You can't tell me no fucking one. If you went on the streets, you asked 1,000 people who is Oppenheimer, would one of them know? You know, in an average American, no, but enough. Oh, it's Christopher Nolan. Oh, they actually detonated an atomic bomb. You know what I mean? Like, or whatever.
Right.
It build this thing, and now it'll be this huge movie. It's not because of the title. No one gives a shit about the title, you know?
Yeah.
But that is a funny idea too, of like, if there was always some executive who hated titles that weren't like, The Irishman is so literal, you know, like
so
Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
It's like, no. How about the fighting archaeologist? That's and then Indiana Jones is at the beginning, like, what the fuck is Indiana Jones?
Artistic choice. Wow.
Yeah.
Well, this is the perfect time for me to read this review on 5-star review on Apple Podcasts. Simply put, if the world of podcasts was the NBA, the Cavalry is the Michael Jordan. And they have the shoes to prove it. Every episode is a slam dunk comedy fest that you will want to listen to again and again. Can you guess who this is?
Yeah, but then the analogy is to the torturing of this analogy. The Geneva Convention should.
And if the world of podcasts was the Creed films, the Cavalry would be the Michael B. Jordan. Don't change the name of the show, boys. Keep it the Cavalry. as that perfectly captures the spirit of the show. This show is worthy of a 5-star review, so leave them alone. So leave them one, including what you need backup on. Now we have our number one listener begging for other people to leave 5-star reviews on a 5-star review.
I like that. I like better leave them alone. Hey guys, leave them alone. They're my friends. Quit pestering them. Awful name. Sure, the name sucks, but what is that to you? Just leave them be.
Yeah.
No.
Someday, we're gonna be sitting on the couch next to Jay Leno, telling him the story about, oh man, he's gonna be like, hey, you guys were gonna change the title? And we're gonna be like, yeah, no, we thought about it. There's a couple episodes.
Right? Honestly, it's probably not unrealistic that someday in the future we'll be sitting on the couch next to Jay Leno, but it will not mean that we have made it. It'll just be an actual couch where we're just
be like, what happened?
We're all waiting for the same bus, and then we can tell Jay Leno about our podcast.
Yeah, about our podcast we had once.
Oh man. No, I was really kind of sold that we should change the name until now.
Wasn't that your family like just onslaughted you?
Yeah, my family, and then I don't know, somebody else. Well, and then it did seem like there was some polite, like Christina and AJ, a couple other people were like, hey, I like the name, but if you were to change it, what about this, that, this? So They were like, it seemed like the nice way of saying,
well,
probably change the name.
And in our defense, I think that's because the last episode made it sound like, all right, we're changing it. What are we changing it to? Whoops. And they were like, we like it, but if you're changing it, call it Two Dipshits. Or whatever.
Two dipshits. I like that too. Man, you guys come up with some good names.
Yeah. The trick is to not think about it for longer than a half a second before it comes out of your mouth.
Like the Irishman. That's how they came up with the Irishman.
Right.
Martin Scorsese's Two Dipshits.
Two Dipshits.
I would see that. I would see that.
I would see that.
All
right. Well,
pre-show. Do you have anything you want to talk about pre-show banter before your topic?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
Andrew?
I'm trying to think. I think that was it. So,
all right. Should we do Scott's topic first?
Yes.
Okay. What do you got? What do you need backup from the cavalry?
Well, you scared me.
Kind of scared me too.
So the thing I would like to complain about is the phenomenon where somebody, I've had a lot of episodes lately where somebody claims to, like, I'm having a problem like with like technology on my computer or something, and then you'll get someone that's like, oh yeah, no, talk to Steve. Yeah, go talk to Steve. Steve's an expert. He handles all my tech problems.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, I'm changing the names of my story, but then Steve's like, oh yeah, no, you got a problem? Yeah, bring your computer. I know everything about that program. And then you get there, then I'll get there, and he'll be like, this is a different kind of laptop. I don't work with. I never heard of it. And you're just I just, it's always in situations where you're just like, where like there's a time crunch, and I'm like, and the person like goes out of their way to make you feel like I got you covered. Let your worries go away. I just come to me by this time and blah blah blah. And then in the end, you feel like, what would have helped me is if you would have just been silent instead of saying,
right,
you can help me.
You slowed me down.
Yeah.
That's so. It's such a good point about, especially the computers in general. That's why I went Apple with all my stuff, because I'll name names. My uncle, like a smart computer guy, but he's also one of those guys where it's like you said, like it's all the PC stuff. That's what he came up in, and then the IBM and all this stuff. And so then he he'll break it down to like it's the blinking green light and all the like words and the
DOS. Yeah.
DOS and all that shit. And I'm like, no. I will never want my computer to look like that. I never want it to get to that point. Like it always has to be glossy and pretty and If
I
it's
need
ever like that,
squares. Yeah.
I'm fucked anyway, you know. So like he wants to like, and but it's like you said, like it's got to be very specific to the thing they know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
then
And they
there's
don't
still
make
no
that.
guarantee.
Yeah.
Like there's still then they're gonna just do all that shit and go, oh yeah, you know, actually it's dead. I can't. It's lost forever.
Or they act like it's your fault for having the wrong problem.
Yeah.
Oh, this isn't what I do. No, no.
Oh, you shouldn't have. You shouldn't
Yeah.
have turned it off that one time.
Yeah, it's like they like taking the gamble of, well, if there's a chance, I'll end up looking really
Yeah,
good.
it's just a puzzle for them.
Yeah,
It's just
and
like a Friday New York Times crossword. Like, yeah, give it a shot, you know?
Oh.
Yeah.
yeah, and then and if I can't help the guy, then he's no worse off than he was before. But
Yeah.
yes, it is, because you made it sound like his problems went away.
Have you ever done that the other way where you told someone you thought you could help them in their problem and then later you realize like, man, why did I say that? I can't help this guy. I don't know what the fuck. Like you were just trying to I think I've done that a couple times in my life where I've been like, "Oh yeah, I know, you know, just cuz you're trying to seem helpful and then looking
Yes.
back I was like, I should not have said that. I cannot help them."
Just kept my mouth shut.
Yeah, but then I think I'm always immediate. I rush to like the guilt of like, oh shit, now I gotta.
Now it's your problem.
Yeah, now it's my problem. Now I
Yeah.
gotta find someone who can solve this problem. And I invariably end up finding someone like who I earlier described who says, "Yeah, oh yeah, I can help that. I can fix that," and then they can't. It's a double problem.
That happens in comedy where I think just out of politeness, if you work with somebody or you'll be like, oh yeah, if you ever come through Portland or, you know, I'm from Seattle, so I know a few rooms or, and then did they ever actually follow up? Like, oh, fuck.
And you're like, whoa,
Whoa, wait a minute. We were just bullshitting. Now I
I'm
have
not
to go
gonna
like
help you.
make a list of emails and names. And I'm like, oh my God, this is a lot of work.
I don't even work this hard on my own career.
No, I literally sent somebody a Booker's name today where I was like, hey, I should hit that. Why did I hit that person up? What am I doing?
That's when you change one letter in the email address you give to them. And
Yeah,
it's like,
yeah,
I'll just
right.
email them first.
Oh, that's Booker died. Sorry. Okay, so I'm definitely backing you up. That's very annoying. And this isn't my topic, but this could be a topic is you know how like on a computer, if you have like a certain cord or a hard drive and you don't first if you just unplug it, it'll get mad at you. It'll be like, hey, you didn't properly.
Right.
Yeah.
Could we invent technology to where you can just unplug it? Like, why? How is that a step where I'm still having to like do things on the computer before I can just make it so you can just unplug it?
Oh,
That's
yeah.
how everybody's trained to think.
Yes, I have external hard drives that I can't use anymore because the computer's like, oh, we don't recognize this hard drive because you
unplugged it too many times.
Yeah.
Sorry, you lost your iTunes,
Yeah.
your entire iTunes library because you didn't ask nicely before you unplugged it.
Yeah.
See, I thought it was bullshit. This part of me was like, I do it, but then I'm like, I bet it doesn't even matter. But that's so scary to know that it is. The boogeyman is real.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, especially if you're like, I mean, it'll always yell at you if you don't, but if you're like, if you are transferring files, like using it, you know, like files are going back and forth when you do it, then it'll like corrupt, you know, the files that are moving and it will mess it up.
Well, I know that, like, not to unplug it when it's still like,
Shit.
yeah. But I'm just like, if you had a lamp, right? And you didn't turn the lamp off.
I have a bunch of lamps.
You have a lamp?
Yeah, I got
Wow.
one over there.
All right. Take it easy, fucking money bags.
All right.
You got a basement and a lamp.
Okay. All right.
Anyway, and it was still on, but you unplugged it. It's not like the lamp would go, hey, what the fuck, man? I was still on. You unplugged me. I'm not going to turn on the next. You know what I mean? It would still work. So that should be the standard for all technology.
I agree.
Thank you.
I agree. I
That's
back
it.
you up.
Well, that wasn't even, this is ancillary. That was a subset.
Look at this
topic.
fucking guy just throwing
Piggyback
out topics on the side.
Piggyback topic.
That's not even my topic.
Not even
Wow.
my topic. Should
What
I
is
go?
your
You want to hear my really bad topic? Because I do have a really flimsy
Is
one.
that topic better than your real topic?
Probably, yeah.
Okay. What do you got?
Okay. So we brought our dog Trudy with us on this epic Montana adventure, and
Yeah.
she's great, very easy to travel with. She's easier to travel with than the baby. By the way, again, not a topic, but hotels, even if they're pet friendly, will always stick it to you for a pet fee. Like they'll go, "Hey, we're pet friendly. We're pet friendly. Yeah, it's just going to be $50 or $25 or whatever." And I never say I have a dog. I always just let them find out. So if they advertise they're pet friendly, I just play it stupid. And then if they happen to see I have a dog, then they charge you.
And then you just say, "Oh, I saw the."
Oh,
pet
I just assumed you're pet friendly. I didn't know, because two things happen. One, they try to put you in the bad room. They put you. They go, "Oh yeah, we have one room for the pets," and it's like you view of the parking lot on the first floor, and it stinks. So I want the good room. And then two, they charge you the money. So I'd rather just let them figure it out. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But when you're with a kid, they don't charge you like a kid fee,
Right.
The kids are,
Kids
but
don't pee on
who
the
do
floor, shit on the floor.
let me tell you,
or
something.
shed.
Let me tell you something. My kid, and just my personal experience,
Let me
if
tell
I
you.
were a hotel maid and I was either bringing my dog Trudy or my daughter Ginger, 1,000 times out of 1,000, I'm cursing the kid's name when I'm cleaning up, not the dog's.
Sure.
My kid trashes the hotel room way more than my dog ever has. Maybe Trudy doesn't pee or shit in the room, so maybe that's part of it. But kids pee and shit in the room. Like, you can't tell me a kid has never peed or shit in a hotel room. And they get food everywhere. They get crumbs everywhere. They get their sticky hands all over the couch and the comforter. Kids trash hotel rooms on average way more than dogs, so they should charge a kid fee before they charge a dog fee, would be my take. But that's not even my topic either.
I'm not gonna back. That's your bonus.
You're not backing me up.
I got an ancillary topic. When people say, "Let me tell you something," "Let me tell you something," "Let me tell you something," it's very condescending.
You're not backing me up on that?
We already did. We did have that topic where I was complaining about someone, who, and they say, "Which Johnny, you have to understand. You have to understand. What you don't understand." Like,
Yeah, that's the way.
shut up.
You don't.
Don't. Yeah, you
To
don't.
me, you don't understand is way more arrogant than. Let me tell you something.
Yeah. I just want to I'm asking permission for me.
Yeah, go ahead. Tell me something. We're already talking.
I was just asking you.
Yeah.
All right. What's your? I was.
Will you allow me to tell you something? Will you permit me to impart this knowledge to you? Okay, but then sometimes they'll charge you this bullshit pet fee, right? But then
$50?
This one actually wasn't bad. It was $15 at this Best Western we stayed at. But then, they're so nice. They give your dog a treat. They give it like, "Oh, but we're pet friendly, so here's a treat." This is supposed to justify the $15 fucking fee.
Yeah.
But the treat that they gave were those milk bone, just the classic hard milk bone. That, and my dog won't eat it. My dog will not. Milk bones are so trash that even dogs, my dog that will eat any food on the planet, is like, "I'm not eating that." Like, what are they making? So I guess what I just need backup on is milk bones should just quit. Like that, you're done. If dogs won't eat your dog treat, what are you doing?
I guess I don't give my dogs that, so I don't know.
Your dogs wouldn't eat it either. I'm telling you, throw a milk bone in front of a dog. I don't know what's happened in the last 20 years, but dogs are not into milk bones.
So when they gave Trudy the milk bone and she didn't eat it, were you like, what else you got back there?
No, I was just like, when they give them to me. First of all, when they give them to me, I know she's not going to take it, but then it feels weird. You're like, "Oh, she doesn't." It feels very arrogant
to
just
a piece of cardboard. I don't.
Yeah, nobody wants that. Why don't you just keep that? But then, so it feels rude to reject it, so I take it. but then I never know what to do with it. It's like, do I just leave it on the ground and go, hey man, it's a dog that didn't eat your dog treat. I don't know. You clean it up. I don't know what to do. You can't like not give it to her, So I mostly just leave it on the ground. But that would be my take is like, how bad are you? Like milk bones need to just retire. Just get out of the dog treat business because no one's eating them.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Do something to them. Put chocolate all over them.
Yeah, or try. Yeah. I would say adapt to the current.
Nah.
Yeah. Chocolate's not.
Right?
What a horrible suggestion by you. The one
Well,
thing.
I like how the non-dog owner caught it, and you were like, "Yeah, put chocolate in there." Whatever.
Well, yeah, that's right. That's why we need somebody smart here.
Yeah.
You never given Batman milk bones?
I don't know what he has. All of his treats have medicinal purposes because he's fucking. There's so much shit wrong with him. It's like they're like arthritis snacks.
That's a good name.
That's what I mean. Dogs would rather eat arthritis snacks than this fucking shit milk bones.
Overloads him with those. She'll just because he's supposed to get one before he goes to bed, but she'll just like play with him and just give him tons.
Oh.
Anyway.
All right. What do you got, Johnny?
For my topic? Oh
yeah.
God. Well, let's see. I think this is what I need backup on. Illinois drivers are cunts. It's 1,000 times out of 1,000 when I go from Wisconsin to Illinois to Wisconsin, and it's not the fit. It's like it's literally I have Illinois friends. I have a lot of Illinois friends. I love them. I don't think they are cunts, but somehow when I'm driving, it's just like the speed limit's 70. I'm going 80, and somehow I am passed so fast. Just like they're just zipping around. They're rude. They're cutting you off. It's just terrible. It's awful.
Right.
So I need back up that Illinois drivers are cunts.
Yeah, I'll back you up. That checks out to me.
Yeah, I made a pretty solid case, Scott.
Yeah,
but
well, I was just shocked.
But isn't that just the big city thing? Like, it'd be this like if you're near LA, like California drivers suck, and then like New York
but
drivers.
I know because I mean, you and I drive all over the country, and there's something about Illinois, like Chicago, mainly around Chicago.
That's what I mean. It's like Chicago. It's like a city. Giant city, they're all fighting to survive, and then
that's what I should say, Chicago. Yeah.
Well, okay. I don't know if I talked about this or not, but like this would be my pitch for like a rental car service is like, what is the state that has the most goodwill driving wise? So like if you're on a freeway and you see a California plate in Oregon or Arizona, you see a California plate, you're gonna be like, fuck this piece of shit California asshole, passing me or going slow. These losers from California to Illinois cunts driving Wisconsin. I'm gonna run you off the road and watch your body be engulfed in flames and not call the whatever.
What do you think it would be?
What would be the state? I don't know. What would be to me? Utah. It's like
I think like
no. Because if there's a slow Utah driver or fast, you're gonna go, these red state morons, Mormons. You're gonna attack them pretty quick. I think like New Mexico, I would take New Mexico plates. Like no one has any opinion on New Mexico.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I mean, I didn't have an opinion on Utah. That sounds like that's you bringing that.
Did I put that on you?
I was just gonna say if I saw a Utah plate, I'd be like, huh. What are they doing over here?
Well, it helps if it's really far from the geographic. So if you're in Florida and you have Utah plates, probably nobody gives a shit, right? But if you're in like California and you see Florida plates, you probably don't care about. But I bet if you're in Georgia and you see Florida plates, you like judge them hard,
Yeah.
So I think rental car places should try and give you plates from either like way far away or because for some reason you always get out of state plates even in the state. Have you noticed that?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, at rental places. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like, thanks for giving. Like, you'll be in Wisconsin, I'll rent a car. I was like, thanks for giving me the Illinois plates, and now everyone's gonna flip me off when
Yeah. Because
you know,
they're gonna think I'm a cunt.
they're gonna think I'm a cunt, and I drive like a cunt. So this is
Yeah.
great.
Oh, I got a fun game. What state do you think you have thought about the least in your life? You go
Oh,
first.
this is a great question.
Yeah.
Um,
It's tricky because you're trying to think about something
Right.
you don't think about.
yeah.
It's gotta be one of those New England states.
Yeah, the little ones, right?
Like
But you
either
know-
Delaware.
Delaware.
That's 'cause
Delaware's
we're
so
not
good.
The people like in the East Coast,
Yeah.
those people think you're bananas if you'd say one of the New England
Well, yeah. I mean, if
states.
if you
Like-
live near there,
Yeah, like I
that
don't
makes
e-
sense.
no, but I mean,
But I'm asking you to.
well, no, I thought you were no, but I think you're suggesting it because they're tiny and they like
Oh, I
and they
see.
kind of
Yeah.
all run together. Like when we were kids, our dad made us a wood puzzle of the
Right.
United States, and the New England states were just one
It
piece.
was just one piece. 'Cause
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah,
he's not gonna cut through.
yeah. And I'm shocked.
That's fantastic.
So I grew up never, yeah, the New England states. I don't know, Massachusetts. It's all a bunch of jibber jabber blur. Who cares?
they're all
Right.
one piece
Then we-
anyway.
Yeah.
No,
But
One
then when I got
Piece.
to the East Coast for college, I was like, if you say that, everyone's like, what are you, a moron? Everyone knows where Massachusetts is. And then they don't know where like Nebraska is. So
Yeah.
anyway,
Well, it is. I know that yeah, and then the other way, yeah, they're like if you say you're from, they don't know that there's like Montana is like the third largest state in the just
Yeah.
all that shit runs together for you if you're from the East
Absolutely.
Coast.
yeah,
But
yeah.
Delaware is good because I was gonna say Rhode Island or something. I was going the same place, but Rhode Island I think I've thought about a lot because it's like I don't know why. I just think it's like that joke on Saturday Night Live where like it's not a road, it's not an island, discuss, or whatever. I think that made me think of Rhode Island. But Delaware is not, it never comes up.
Delaware. Yeah. Right.
Delaware.
Yeah, I was
You
thinking-
think about that a lot? We'll see. He went to college in New York, so he was.
yeah, and I know a couple people from Delaware, and they're really interesting, and they don't. So it runs counter to like the joke is always like Delaware. It's so tiny and so nondescript. What the hell is in Delaware? But like,
Right.
I know a couple people that are like, know,
Okay.
very, very, just real characters, and you never know what
Okay.
they're gonna say next, and it doesn't match that they come from Delaware. So
So let's do it by like process of elimination. So like to me, Alaska and Hawaii are out because they're non-continental. You thought about that a lot because like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
Then like,
What's right under Maine? Is that that's where the little ones are? Right.
dude, it's all one piece.
Hey, can we edit this out?
That's all. What are you talking about? That's all one piece. We can't
Oh,
figure
one
that
piece.
out.
All right. Process of elimination of what? So not those.
I'm gonna say my.
So obviously New York and California are out. Florida's out. People talk about Florida all the time.
Wait, what did you say yours was?
Texas is out.
Kentucky.
Ooh.
I know
Kentucky.
Reggie lives in Kentucky, but it's like if Reggie didn't live in right, he lives in Kentucky.
Yeah, he lives in Lexington.
You know what? They got Kentucky Fried Chicken. Never mind.
That's right. Yeah,
I-
KFC.
That's
I think of it as in sports too, because that's another reason why I like Delaware as an answer because there's no team.
yeah.
Like Kentucky has basketball, like University of Kentucky, the Wildcats, very good college basketball team. So you're like, at least they have that. Delaware, I don't know what. I mean, there's nothing. There's no pro sports team. I don't know the college. Maybe there is one I'm forgetting, but I mean, the Dakotas you wouldn't think about much except for the fact that that's like what you think of when you think of like desolate, right? So like North Dakota,
Right.
South Dakota, you're like that's what when you're naming the middle of nowhere, that's kind of what you name.
I gotta look at a map. I don't think I'm gonna come up with the one without looking at a map.
I don't think you're gonna beat Delaware for me, and this Maine's the top, so you wouldn't say Maine.
I might say Maine.
Wisconsin.
I think about Maine because it's at the top. It's like the head.
Oh yeah, and then New Hampshire is politically important. You know, it's like kind of a swing state, and it's early in the primaries. Iowa, same thing. And all the candidates go to Iowa before the presidential primaries. So that, yeah, I don't know.
Arkansas?
Yeah, Arkansas.
Oh, it's good, except Bill Clinton, Little Rock, nothing.
Well,
No,
but that's not enough.
Yeah, that's not enough.
that's not enough.
How often do you think about Bill Clinton?
I look, I can name the capital of Arkansas, Little Rock, right? I can't name the capital of Delaware.
Well,
Dover?
I don't know.
See,
What do I look like? A fucking dictionary?
dictionary. Not even the right place to look up state
What
capital.
do I look like? A calculator?
Hey, I'm no abacus over here, huh?
Oh man! Wow, we got a lot of mileage out of that fun game, huh?
Thought it was great.
Yeah.
I think the right answer is Delaware, but if someone can beat it, chime in.
Yeah. Leave a 5-star review with your most boring state.
West Virginia. But then
And
you're
I
like
see, I
coal.
struggle with saying any of the ones that there's 2 of.
Yeah,
Because
I know.
there's 2
Because
of
you
them.
you think
Yeah,
of
you
it
got-
immediately when you're naming the state. Like if you had to name all 50 states, what's the last one you could come up with? I think that's the way to do it.
Yes.
And that's why Delaware is
Delaware.
pretty good answer.
No.
I'd struggle for Delaware.
All right. That's the
All right.
winner.
That's the winner.
All right. Anything else?
Can't think of anything.
Kenny, you need.
Oh, I got a minor thing.
Ooh, nice.
Ooh.
This is very minor, but it keeps coming up. I don't like it when. And tell me if this is normal or not, but it bugs me when I'm listening or reading an interview.
Don't get me started. The other. Oh, I'm sorry. Aaron makes me read all the time.
When they're doing an interview and someone asks someone a question, and the person answering, the person being interviewed begins their answer with the word "so" for no reason. Like "so" is supposed to be like
A connector.
connector between this happens, so that happens.
Yeah.
So if you ask a question and the person just belay, so blah 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 blah.
Yeah,
blah, blah.
yeah.
Here, we'll do an example, okay? All right. So you pretend you're Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Okay.
All right. Now how do you think that game went?
So the game went very well.
All right.
Right.
That was a
It's
terrible.
irritating. Just say the game went well, Kareem.
No, that wasn't a good example. You do it to me, and I'll see if I get it. Right.
Okay. All right.
Who am I?
You're
I'll be Lou Alcindor.
okay, that's good.
There you go.
You're Lou Alcindor. So, how would you how do you feel about your year as an athlete this year compared with past years?
So I was drafted in 1982, right? Like that?
Yeah. I just can I step in here and say
It sounded like Andrew's gonna be like, yeah, I'm gonna be at the joke hut.
So we gotta wrap this up. No, I just like it. It's funny because you guys picked for your example of the athlete, like one of the most introspective, interesting people, not just athletes, just one of those. He's written like dozens of books and shit. And then you have him answering these questions like, how was your game? So I thought it was a good game. Like he's like the biggest moron of all time. How was your season? So I was drafted, and he was not even close about when he was drafted, by the way, but it doesn't matter. I agree with you about this. So I thought you were gonna say like it's like these NPR type interviews where they could ask you like what did you have for dinner last night, and then it's this really introspective long answer about society and where they grew up, and it's like so, and then they go into something they were already ready to talk about and they didn't listen to the question.
Yeah.
I listened to, and I obviously, who doesn't love Tom Hanks, and I listened to Tom Hanks.
Oh, America's Dad.
America's Sweetheart. On
we were talking about him earlier today.
Oh, really?
Oh.
So this is not to bash Tom Hanks, but I listened to him on a podcast with Ezra Klein. He's like one of these New York Times really smart guy sort of interview types. And he was asking them some like really interesting questions about like sincerity. Like Tom Hanks is like, there's no ironic Tom Hanks role. There's no, his whole thing is like celebrating America. Like every character he plays is like this optimistic view of the world, and like heroes like Mr. Rogers and all the and Sully and all these people. You're like, this is just 100%. We can all get on board. This guy is great, right?
Yeah.
Whereas a lot of actors and a lot of like art now is like more about critiquing America, and so he was trying to like get at that. And then like Tom Hanks would answer these long answers, just not even touching on the question at all. Just like long. And it was like what he was talking about was interesting enough, but it was very much, it was be like, so what do you what do you think about the role of irony, and you're kind of like countering that with all the sincerity, and where do you view your role as an actor in society? So I'm really into typewriters. And then it was like this long thing about typewriters. All right.
Is he really there? Or is this just a mailed in audio bite?
What if Tom Hanks has to do so many interviews, he just pre-records answers, and then there's just some assistant playing, like hitting play
you
whenever.
Start it with so you can.
Yeah, if you start it with so, you can say anything. That's probably where it comes from.
Yeah.
It's a great deflection of the question. Like if you're in a debate and someone asks you about your position on abortion and you don't want to answer, you just start the sentence with so, and you can say whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Wow. Well, I'm with you.
We have 6 kids that are waiting to sleep in the basement.
Okay.
So let's wrap this up, and then we'll do
it up.
We'll do a quick
real abbreviated pre-show.
Right. Do you have any dates you gotta?
Yeah, just in August, I will be at Laughs Comedy Club in Seattle, back at Laughs in Seattle, August 25th and 26th.
Nice. Okay, I'm gonna plug Comedy on State this Thursday, the 27th. Come to Comedy on State if you're in Madison. Listen.
All right, that's it.
All right, 5-star review, and
thank you for listening to
the Cavalry.